Mitch McConnell has promised us that there will be a scorched earth response from the GOP if the Democrats play around with the filibuster. He says that there will be no bipartisanship without it. And there are things that he can do, of course, as Senate Minority Leader to make life difficult for the Democrats if and when they nix the filibuster. But the voting rights bill is already capturing the imagination of several high profile senators to back the idea to move past the filibuster. Senator and Rules Chair Amy Klobuchar, who has had a long history of working with the Republicans, has now openly come out asking for changes to the filibuster, sort of echoing the position President Biden has taken. If there is one thing that unites both parties, that is the voting rights bill. They are united in their view that there is no chance whatsoever that they will even talk to the other side, each on its own. No one wants to even talk. And it's understandable where they're all coming from. The Democrats, who have won the popular vote all but once over the last 3 decades, want more and more people to vote. The Republicans, on the other hand, who won the popular vote only once during this period and whose current 50 senators account for 15 million fewer people than the Democratic senators, are not interested in Democratic proposals to make things as easy as possible for people to vote. We are a long way away from the next set of US elections, but despite that, the number of bills that are lined up in state legislatures across the country that plays around with voting access is already over the 250 mark. This number will only keep going up from here. And the Democrats do see the writing on the wall here. If they keep quiet and the GOP gerrymanders its way to win the House in 2022, the Democrats will not be able to do anything even if they take complete control of the Senate. The real fight is actually for who will be in control of the House. The situation is a bit tricky here because in 2022, the Republicans will be defending more Senate seats than the Democrats, 18 to 16, while the Democrats will be defending more House seats than the Republicans, 219 to 211. The fact that Biden has strong approval numbers now is good news for them, and they will be desperate for him to stay above the 50% mark all the way to the midterms. But that is the only positive thing for them here. If gerrymandering has shown us anything over the last few decades, it is this. You can win the race if you allow politicians to pick the voters. With diametrically opposite views, both the parties are headed towards a monumental collision in the Senate, and neither party is ready to work with each other. So this is the part where the split exposes the fault lines of the filibuster. As Democrats line up behind the voting rights bill, more Democratic senators will feel that it is very important to back the bill, and one by one they will line up behind nixing the filibuster to pass the voting rights bill. I was a little surprised to see nearly 8 Democratic senators voting against the minimum wage increase, which kind of made me wonder if there will be enough support if Biden makes a move towards nixing or changing the filibuster. But there are indications, such as recent statements from Senators Amy Klobuchar and Senator Raphael Warnock, that there will be only very little opposition within the Democratic caucus to nix the filibuster. It is awfully close to just 2 votes, Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin. By not wading into the filibuster talk, except for saying that he would love to change it, Biden has given all these senators room to figure out their positions. By not moving in early, Biden has also given time for the people of the country to see exactly where things are going wrong in Washington. The House is not passing bill after bill, knowing fully well that it will never pass through the Senate. They are telling the country that the House is functioning at a breakneck speed, but everything breaks down at the Senate, and we have only 50 votes to do anything. Biden's approval rating, which has stubbornly stayed at the 53% to 55% mark since the time he took office, is evidence that this move has not backfired on them. So this does not mean that Biden has the votes to remove the filibuster. What this means is he is acting like a Senate Majority Leader, operating more in the Mitch McConnell way when it comes to moving things in the Senate, surveying the ground, slowly applying pressure on the 2 swing votes, and all the while firmly keeping the country's focus on the Senate dysfunction. I believe Biden will move in for the kill or change only after GOP sinks bill after bill in the Senate. maybe the end of this year or a bit later. So far, immigration is the only thing where Biden has made a mistake. Other than that, he has been excellent with the rest of his moves. I really hope he finds a way to expand voting rights. He has to. For now, he is exercising patience, and we have to follow suit and keep up the pressure. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please do subscribe.